Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. I'm Cassandra Hope, founder of the IBS Academy, registered holistic nutritionist, and fellow IBS warrior. And I am here with one of my favorite girls in the health and fitness industry, Sylvie Tetrault. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. This is so fun.
This is fun. This is fun. We have an amazing episode for you guys today where we're going to be talking about nervous system health and also showing you a recipe that supports nervous system health. And Sylvie is kind of like the go-to person to learn about the nervous system and the role that it plays in your digestion and performance. So naturally, I invited her to speak about it for this month of awareness around the nervous system and how it the role it plays in gut health.
I'm super pumped about this topic because I feel like it is something that doesn't get talked about enough. I work with primarily athletes, and I was an athlete myself. And the thing about athletes is that they obviously train really hard, but one thing that people don't understand is they have to recover really hard.
Right.
So, a saying that I love to use is train hard, recover harder. Because if they're, using their body physically every day and putting all these physical demands of exercise on it and training, their body's not able to recover properly if they're, eating poorly or not supporting their nervous system in between.
Right.
So to break down the nervous system, we have our central nervous system, and then within it we have our autonomic nervous system, where we have our sympathetic nervous system and our parasympathetic nervous system. So our sympathetic nervous system is like our fight, flight, or freeze. We have all these little stressors that come up on a daily basis that kind of accumulate, and that's what eventually becomes chronic stress and can cause a lot of different health issues.
Right.
One of the biggest health issues would be digestive related issues. My focus, not only with athletes, but with everyone that I work with, is to help them recover from whatever they're doing from a stress state. So when they're in that sympathetic nervous system, we call it sympathetic overdominance or dominance, whatever term you want to use, but it's this constant state of stressors and you're not able to come down from that and get into a parasympathetic state. So parasympathetic state is rest, digest, recover, rejuvenate, right? So when we're in a parasympathetic state, that's when the magic happens. That's when we grow. That's when we're able to digest our food properly. When we're digesting our food properly, as you know, we're able to absorb and assimilate and actually use our nutrients for what they need to be used for. One thing that I focus on is that comparison between, athletes are looked at as these physical specimens, these robots, but what people don't understand is that they focus so much on that recovery piece in between, because otherwise they can't perform the next day. They won't be able to perform, for their competition. And it's this overload of stressors, because exercise, as amazing as it is, it's still a stressor. And it still puts you in that sympathetic nervous state.
And that's what I loved so much when Sylvie and I were chatting. It like a huge light bulb went off, because I was like, our community needs to hear this, because we have so many clients at the IBS Academy who are high achieving, A-type executives who are just really high performers. So it's like, wake up before the break of dawn, do their workout, get the kids ready, start their job either in an office or for themselves as an entrepreneur. And it's like this non-stop meeting list, emails, text messages, social media, trying to stay on top of relationships and your nutrition. And by the time you go to bed, your nervous system is so fried. And I wanted you guys to hear this message, to create healthy boundaries and to kind of become the artist of your own life, where you investigate, what are my triggers? Is it past trauma? Is it an inability to communicate or instill boundaries? Is it unfulfilled expectations that are always like bumming you out? Or is it just having way too much to do in a day physically that your nervous system is always in that overdrive, leading to IBS symptoms? So, hearing this from Sylvie, it's amazing to think even these anomalies, these human specimens they make like the creme de la creme that make it to the top, they still need to nap and
slow down.
They're human. Slow down.
Yeah. The parasympathetic nervous state is very interesting because it is something that I think we're a little bit more aware of now. So,
Yeah.
Different meditation techniques, mindfulness, focusing on digestion, slowing down when you eat, chewing your food. So these are all things that can help promote parasympathetic nervous state. And this is, one of the huge benefits of meditation, which is a whole other, a whole other topic, but it plays into that mindfulness and being able to actually, take a step back, take control of the situation, and the benefits are not something that you see overnight, but it's that continual progress that you see and processes every day that make a difference. Yeah, like anything, practice, and that's what athletes do really well. They have rituals, they have recovery tools, recovery protocols. They're doing it from a prevention, standpoint, as opposed to, I'm just reacting when they get injured. Like they're constantly getting massages. They're constantly, focusing on ways that they can improve their sleep because they have to. Otherwise, that performance during that, hour-long training session is just going to decrease. Yeah. Your body can only handle so much at that level before it needs to, come down.
Yeah, and it'll force you to come down eventually.
Oh yeah, and that's where burnout and, immune system issues, stress-related digestive issues, all these things are things I've seen with athletes as well when they're not focusing enough on that recovery piece.
Right.
As well as executives, everyone, busy people, they don't necessarily make that connection. That whole, I'll sleep when I die is like totally out now. That is not...
It's not cool.
No, it's not cool anymore. You'll be so much more productive in the hours that you do put in the next day if you get sleep and focus on these recovery tools.
There's that saying out there right now that's so popular that I don't wear burnout as a badge of honor. So we are going to be creating a recipe for you guys that helps to nourish the nervous system and produce happy hormones. And this is really important for gut health because a lot of times when there's inflammation in the gut or there are infections or co-infections, our gut's ability to produce neurotransmitters really diminishes. So our program addresses the root cause of up to 87% of people who are suffering from IBS, which is SIBO. So by getting to the root and kind of like cleaning out that toxic bucket, and then in a healthy gut, you can use a recipe like this to really help to promote serotonin production. So let's get in the kitchen.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we are making something super delicious for you guys. It is broiled pineapple with cinnamon and hemp seeds. And each of these ingredients play a role in developing happy hormones and also nourishing and protecting your nervous system. So we start by cutting off the top, and when you have a nice ripe pineapple, that happens pretty easily. And then what I do is just run the knife down the side of the pineapple.
When you see pineapple in stores, a lot of the time it's decored. I highly recommend that you keep the core, cut around it. It's a huge anti-inflammatory. So whenever we're looking at anti-inflammatories, they're beneficial for our whole body. Huge addition to gut health and nervous system health as well.
Pineapple contains tryptophan, and tryptophan is essential in building serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter that helps you to feel happy. And a lot of times serotonin production is quite low in those with IBS, and it also leads to poor gut motility. Serotonin is essential for peristalsis and just getting things, a healthy gut functioning and moving food and debris and excess bacteria along. So this is really a beautiful recipe for all of you who are suffering from constipation, mood, irregularity, etc. And I'm just gonna place this, leaving a little bit of space between them. Cinnamon is amazing at regulating blood sugar. For those of you who have blood sugar irregularity, it's really common with those who have IBS because your gut isn't absorbing carbs. It's not absorbing nutrients. So your blood sugar drops and then you crave, you probably are dealing with some type of binging or craving sugars, etc. So cinnamon is amazing to help curb that. So we're gonna pop this in the oven. It's on broil for 10 minutes, and we're gonna flip it halfway at about 5 minutes. We're just gonna flip it over. So these are pretty much finished, but we are going to sprinkle some hemp seeds on here. Hemp hearts are rich in essential fatty acids, and EFAs are really important in protecting your nervous system, also protecting the blood-brain barrier so that pathogens and bacteria and toxins can't pass that blood-brain barrier and affect your cognitive health. So for those of you who are suffering from foggy brain or lack of energy, lack of focus, the blood-brain barrier could be playing a role in that, and essential fatty acids are really important in protecting that. So thank you so much for joining Sylvie and I. We absolutely love chatting about this topic for you guys. Be sure to check Sylvie out on all of her social media platforms and subscribe to our channel so that you can keep getting this amazing content delivered right to your inbox. And we can't wait to see you guys again.